Okay, so the worst business partnership in history ended today, and I'm here to talk about it. Now, if you're not familiar with Built, Built is a company that allows its users to pay their rent through a credit card. Built wanted to solve a problem where they wanted users to gain points for paying for their rent. And that's obviously very lucrative for the users because rent is kind of a large portion of your expenses, and it would be nice to make some points out of them and maybe book flights using these points. So if you pay your rent through the Built MasterCard, you get 1 point per dollar you spend on your rent. That sounds great, but Built is not a credit card issuer. They need a partnership. So in 2022, they signed an agreement with Wells Fargo to issue credit cards, MasterCards, to every Built user. And their partnership would last until 2029. So Wells Fargo did a study. Sounds like a great business plan. Every Built user needs to use our card. We predict 70 to 75% of balances to carry over the next month, which means we're going to make a lot of money on interest payments, right? And for that, we are going to pay the 2 to 3% transaction fee that homeowners charge their tenants for paying with a credit card. Sounds like a great deal. Awesome. They signed the deal until 2029, but it turned out to be an absolute nightmare for Wells Fargo. Only 10 to 15% of balances carried over, and 75% of balances were paid off before they can incur any interest. Wells Fargo was losing north of $10 million every month trying to keep up with this partnership. And they signed a deal for 7 years. That's almost $1 billion in losses across the 7 years of this partnership. And the funny thing is, Built didn't pay for a single thing. Not issuing the credit cards, not for the transaction fees, nothing. They were just a platform that hosted this credit card. And on the back end, it was just a basic Wells Fargo MasterCard. But this partnership ends today. Wells Fargo officially triggered an early release from this partnership. I don't know how much they paid to get out of this shitty contract, but they are no longer issuing any Built MasterCards. Built actually raised $250 million at a $10 billion valuation. Good for them. And they are in talks with issuing new credit cards with a different issuer. And they will have 2 new paid tiers for their credit cards. But this has got to be the worst business partnership I've ever heard of. Would love to hear your thoughts and let me know if you use Built down in the comment section below.